And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Room here to run. Uses a stiff arm. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. Big run on the opening drive, and they better watch out for this guy or it's going to be a long game.
Back when I played in our scouting reports getting ready for games, we put stars next to the guys that we thought were the key players on the other side. There should have been 3 or 4 stars next to that guy's name.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here.
Here we go.
Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hand and see if he can keep the magic going.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. The Dolphins at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, we knew that they were going to come in and try and take some shots down the field, but score one for the secondary there as they come away with a pick.
And, partner, if we knew it, then they had to know it as well, and they were ready and waiting for their opportunity to pick one off.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
It doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in to get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Allen. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have I mean, I think a lot of times, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Now it's Allen. This is caught inside the 15. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On one, right?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11.
Here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, there'll be margin of yardage against them.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Allen off the play fake. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Lacey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lacey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They try the left side with Lacey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And now here is another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The end result, 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's Burrow. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow right back to Cook for another completion. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now Burrow on first down. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bills 31, Dolphins 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Play action. It's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On play action, Allen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Patterson's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On one, ready? 11. 11.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Allen. Touchdown! Reggie Gilliam, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
and my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He was with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Right back to him on first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On one, ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On second down, Whitfield, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
12.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On one, ready?
Third quarter from Miami. This is second and 10. Burrow will throw. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
11, Mighty. 11, Thomas. 11. empty. 11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Burrow. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 62, Dolphins 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11-90. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11 MT.
Again, it's Burrow. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yes.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the plank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I'll make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be called like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven then they know what I be on. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it,